Hello neighbor, this is Curt with the etrailer, and today we're going to take a look at the Kuat Piston SR bike rack on our 2024 Kia Sportage. Now if you've had any experience with this rack, or if you've got some questions about it after watching the video, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. We love to use those to help our other neighbors make the best decision possible. So if you're looking for a single bike rack that is simple to use and is also very compact, the Kuat Piston SR is an excellent choice for you. It is wheel mounted both at the front and the back by these brackets. These are going to be adjustable for different wheel sizes as well. And they're operated through this piston mechanism right here. It's going to hold it upright really well, and it's essentially going to ratchet up and sandwich your bike in, keeping it in place as you're going down the road. Some of the other really good features about this bike rack is that it will include a cable lock that's stored in this channel here, along with a set of keys that's going to be matching that with our locking pin. So that's going to keep everything nice and organized. One of the things that we should really talk about though, as we're getting into this fit on the Sportage, is just how close it is to the back of the vehicle. So while the Piston SR is a snug fit to the back of the vehicle, that is going to really help us out fitting into some of those tighter spots and backing up and things like that. It does give us a little bit of concern with just how close our bike is to the vehicle. So this is a pretty decent sized bike that we have on here today. The handlebars are 15 inches, and as you can see, we're really not coming into any contact with it. But this is also a pretty tall bike that we have on here too. So keep that in mind as you get smaller, or shorter rather, on your bike. This taper, this really aggressive taper with the rear windshield, you might be in a little bit of danger of contact there. But the main point of concern for me is really our pedal placement. If we have our pedal up high here in this position, it is going to be contacting the paint. If we have it all the way down low, the pedal is going to be contacting our bumper fascia. So really, if you have the pedal where it comes into this cavity here, where the license plate is, you're going to get a much better fit for your bike on the Sportage. So one of the great things about this bike rack as well is that it has a 100-pound capacity, which is really high compared to other bike racks on the market, in particularly the single bike racks. So that's going to allow you to use a lot of your e-bikes as well. Now, one of the concerns with a lot of e-bike owners is just how high up am I going to have to get my bike to get it on the rack. And we're going to have a ground to tray measurement here of about 14 inches. Now, if 14 inches is a bit much for you to lift a really heavy bike up onto, there is a ramp available for this rack right here at etrailer.com. So check that out if that's something that you think you may need. While we're down here, we're going to take a look at just how far out from our bumper and just how much ground clearance we have as well. So out from the bumper, this bike rack is only going to come to 10 inches. Of course, handlebars up here might make a difference with that, but the rack itself is only going to protrude 10 inches from the bumper of your Sportage. That's a very small footprint and shouldn't give you too many issues getting into some of those tighter spaces. We're also going to have a ground clearance here of about 12 inches. And I would say as short as this is, or as close as this is to our vehicle, a 12-inch ground clearance should be plenty whenever you come up on some of those steeper hills or driveways. Now, let's take just a minute to remove our bike and in the process kind of show you how these pistons and these braces work. So what I'm going to do is just come over here to my rear wheel. I'm simply going to depress this lever right here, and that is going to release the back brace. But as far as getting it all the way down and out of the way, you really can only push it about this far without holding the button down. So I am leaving my front tire brace on to keep it upright, and then I'm just going to come down here, depress that lever again, and get it all the way down and out of the way. Once I have that done, I'm going to come over here and do the same thing on this side. I'm just simply going to depress this and release it. And now I am able to get my bike off the rack. If I have a ramp, I'll just simply be rolling it down. But in this case, I could just lift it right off and out and hit the trail. And for those times where you're riding around and you don't have a bike on here, we'll want to keep it in this stowed position. So we're going to go ahead and depress our button again and bring it all the way down flat just like this. One of the really cool things about this rack is that it has this little latch here that's going to help keep these flat and not pop up on us. So use that to keep it down. We're going to go ahead and come back here and we're going to do the same thing. So now that's held down tight. And as you can see, we've really got no obstruction to anything back here. In fact, with our rear view camera, we may just get a little piece of this in that, but that's not a problem. If anything, you want to be aware of exactly where this is. So I think the Kuat Piston SR is an excellent choice for your Kia Sportage. Again, if you're looking for a single bike carrier, regardless of the weight capacity, and being wheel mounted is okay. There is a strap kit to work with the fenders if you have those. But overall, I think this is a fantastic, unobtrusive option for you and your Kia Sportage. I'm Curt with eTrailer. Thanks for stopping by.